What's good, folks? We have a very important video. We got big news in Generation 9 OU. Roaring Moon is banned. We got huge tier shifts. Some amazing Pokemon have gone down to UU. Some amazing Pokemon have come up to OU. We're going to cover all of it. I got my boys Lax and 3D here, two of the greatest minds in Pokemon history, so we can discuss. Guys, Roaring Moon, 66% ban vote. That's quite high. Not an April Fool's joke, by the way. This has been a planned suspect test for the last couple weeks.
Important disclaimer, as there's been many fake suspect tests.
Yeah, they always on April Fool's. Smogon's always like, Giratina's OU. No, this is real. 66%. That's pretty high. I feel like this is probably the highest.
That's high for SB, bro.
It's high for SB, right? Besides Gouging Fire's ban, I feel like this is one of the much higher ones in recent memory. So what do you guys,
I'm pretty sure.
What do we think about Roaring Moon? I said it before a couple times, but my opinion on Roaring Moon is that, oh man, not these April Fool's Day.
Type in AFD off. Get that shit out of here.
Hold on, let me get that. Hold on, I gotta remove this April Fool's shit. Wait. All right, we're back. Sorry, I got stunned for a second by that Velocipaster bullshit. It completely, triggered. Anyways, we're here. Roaring Moon. So the issue with Moon, I guess, is that it has too many Terra combinations. Usually we used to just see Terra Flying. Like 99% of the time it used to just be what? Terra Fly, Acrobatics, Roaring Moon back in 2023.
Sometime.
Yeah. But towards fall of last year in the OU metagame, we started to see the rise of Terra Ground Earthquake Roaring Moon, since it gave it a good defensive flip and also gave it the power to destroy fairy types with a very strong now stab EQ, beat King Gambit at +1 every single time. Just it was a really nice flip. Earthquake is always going to be one of the best coverage options. Knockoff is a staple on Moon. And then as time went on, we started to see more types of moon sets. We saw, what is it, Terra Fairy Moon.
Yeah, whoever invented that, pure evil.
Terra Ghost Moon. See, this is OG, just Terra Fly, as you guys can see, regular. I'm trying to think if I have any old Moon teams with the Surprise Terra. Oh, this one, remember? This was one set that ran around that everybody was really, really terrified for a while.
This one is Oko Zamazenta, which is crazy. Like, comes with a +1 attack or +1 defense boost. You still send it.
It still dies, right? Because the booster energy still makes you very strong. It's max attack, and then the defense is boosted up a lot. And Roaring Moon has always had a very pitiful defense stat. The HP is good, the SPDF is good. Roaring Moon is able to set up on basically any neutral special attack. But as far as physical attacks go, Moon has always taken way too much from Headlong Rush, Ice Spinner, even Gliscor, Earthquake, and Facade do like 45% to 0-0 Roaring Moon. However, people started running a bulkier set, and this is just one variation of the bulky set we started seeing. And this one is obviously backed by Aurora Veils, but it really doesn't matter. Like we've seen this set a lot recently, and I guess it got to a point where people got too overwhelmed with the amount of Terra types Roaring Moon had and the amount of sets it was running, having to decide between Fairy, Ghost, Flying, and Ground, which I can admit is pretty impossible to, pick the right one. My personal opinion was that I did not want Roaring Moon banned because while it might be a standalone, quote-unquote, overpowered attacker, I felt like it did keep the metagame in check in a lot of ways. I don't feel like removing this is going to improve the meta whatsoever. I think it's just going to make things like Ogerpon a lot stronger. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on this?
So one thing that we forgot to mention was that with Ground, you dodge T-Wave too. So you actually set up onto like
Clefable, which was and all of them. Yeah.
It was just something else. And you blow up Patch 2 because you get a bit stronger of a stab move to hit it with. I think one thing that I always look at with these types of mons that kind of get broken because of Terra is you got to see how the meta adjusts with the like invention of new Terras per se. Like for example with Gouging Fire or Volk, a lot of it, specifically that bulky set that people started to use, it started to look a lot worse once the meta settled a bit. Like even with Gouge, like Terra Ground popped off and then it was like, okay, like this actually might be broken or whatever. But a lot of these tests come right after a new Terra is starting to get used. In Moon's case, it's Ghost, Ground, Fairy.
Right.
So I don't know if it was too quick to ban it. Like, obviously, it's been doing, like, probably the most work in all of these SPL games out of probably
I will say that it's the most easy to win with Pokemon right now in the meta. I don't think anyone's going to disagree. Like, this is easier to win with than King Gambit right now. And all those guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like this and Zama is like 1 and 2. It's like the easiest thing.
But this one is really easy to set up with. I can't even lie. Like, personally, like I'm saying, I didn't want it to get banned, but I'm not exactly like, oh my god, they banned Roaring Moon. Like, I'm not exactly gonna fight for this, like, at all. I'm not exactly like heartbroken over this.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that too.
This thing is awful to play against. Bottom line, like, nobody enjoys playing against this Pokemon whatsoever. Because, bro, I've seen Corviknight, Weezing type teams, and they can't even beat knockoff EQ. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you have.
Yeah.
You can lose to Taunt DD. You can lose to 3 attack DD. You can lose to Acro if you have a. I played a player the other day when I was testing a team. They went to Hatterene, but I was Terrafly Acro, which had the extra power needed to KO it. And they were just like, dude, this is so annoying. How am I supposed to know which one it is? I'm like, facts.
Remember that fusion game? He Terra Ghost versus Corv, which is like one of the best counters to non-Ghost.
You're right, actually. Let me pull that up real quick.
1v1.
Okay, so this was from a tournament recently. We actually covered this. You'll see it soon. So, semi-spoiler, I guess, but whatever. Okay. You can see Corviknight is eye deaf. So you would think from this position, it's over, right? Cinderace is now breaking this. Landorus is just EQing. But it's all going according to plan. Roaring Moon comes in, turns into a ghost type. And at that point, opponent can't do anything. But I'm going to be honest. Opponent was never going to be able to do anything. Look at the team.
Yeah.
And the second Tusk took any damage, Tusk Terra'd to live Valiant Moonblast and kill it back. But even if Tusk didn't have to Terra and got down to like 50%, this was lights out. Because everything else dies to the combination of knockoff and EQ. And then Corv here gives unlimited setups.
Yeah, exactly.
Roaring Moon is just a combination of like, there's just so many different sets and EV spreads and shit that you just can't anticipate it all. Like, you could set yourself up. You're like, okay, I gotta watch out for Terra Fairy, so I'm gonna play around that end game. Then it turns
I know
Ghost,
it's like two different.
shit,
I know it's two different
do?
Pokemon, but when they banned Volcarona and they were like, it has too many different Terra types. When they make that argument for Moon, I actually get it. Like Volk, I think was checkable pretty easily with many things. But with this guy, I actually do understand when people are like, dude, the Terra flip is actually annoying, trying to figure out which one it is. I do agree. It is annoying.
You know what it is, bro? It's the fact that the counterplay to it is so different based on the Terra type.
Exactly.
You can't like read it at all. Bro, the flying set was always like whatever to deal with because you were like, okay, as long as I have priority.
Yes, bro, you just go Dragonite, you Ice Spinner, and then you E-Speed, and you're safe.
Exactly.
You did it. You just keep your Dragonites multi-scale. Now, bro turns into a Farrier Ghost type and gets another one on you. And you're like, oh no, what have I done?
That comparison to Volk is actually pretty interesting. I didn't think of it that way. Because I'm thinking of like, Volk tears in anything. You still have like, I don't know, Clodsire back in the day would always beat it no matter what tear.
Yes. And any defensive Volk loses to Gliscor, but we never even got a chance to see that interaction. Like
exactly. Like it's so different. Like this guy actually can break through those walls. Yeah. It can run Taunt, it can run Roost. Like,
I mean, this guy is a big reason why we saw Scizor running around. I brought Scizor 2 out of 3 tournament games in a series I played. Remember? Because it's just like, dude, you need to check. That is like the quote unquote automatic check, and even that's not an automatic check because all these Moons run Fizz Def now. And they tank and kill you back.
Low-key's popular. It's because of Roaring Moon.
Yeah, like, literally.
It used to,
you know. Gliscor started running Impish a lot more in general, rather than overwhelmingly being Spadef, just because they can one-time switch in and Toxic. God forbid you play Taunt DD Moon. That's another thing. If you go to the Mon that you think beats it and it clicks Taunt, like Corviknight, for example, they don't even need Terra to beat you, because they just knock and then Taunt, and then you already lost your Corv. And Roaring Moon, given the structures it's usually on, the next guy's going to sweep after that. So, all in all, I guess I'm kind of 50-50. Like, when I first thought about it, I was like, damn, bro, they're goobing the meta because it's just going to give way to other things. I feel like everything was kept in check. But overall, I'm not exactly like, damn it, Roaring Moon, come back, the peak of honest gameplay. Like, no, trust me, I'm not fucking tripping in that regard, you know? Like,
I'm 100% with you, like, in that mentality. Yeah, it's like, damn, but also like, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on,
I'm curious though.
Do I mind?
Dude, I'm really curious how we're gonna see the what's it called, Ogerpon stuff. I also think Pokemon like Raging Bolt are gonna be used a little bit more now, because Moon was a pretty automatic check, which is boost your EQ or whatever.
Resist the clap, EQ it, yeah.
But yeah, Moon. That's another thing. Moon's defensive profile is disgusting. Dragon Dark has way too many resists, way too many. So yeah. R.I.P. Roaring Moon. I'll never forget you. You were one of the cheapest Pokemon ever invented, and a rare double banned in one generation Pokemon, which is deserving of some props.
Crazy.
You know, not many can do that. So
I forgot that it got banned early when I first got Knock.
God, that shit was broken too. I remember they were like, "Get his ass out of here." Second they brought that shit back, CTC couldn't stop. I was like, "No, bro, get this shit out of here." It was the grassy terrain Roaring Moon teams back then. That was evil with Sneasler and all them.
Oh, that was crazy.
But
yeah, the first iteration of this shit when he was using Crunch, I was like, "This is the worst mon ever."
Oh my god, bro! Roaring Moon used to be UU because they were running Crunch. I go into my Corv and I laugh at you like. I laugh at you like anything, man. Crunch. It was
Crunch back in the day. Oh,
man, they gave him knockoff. It changed his broke ass life, man. This guy turned into a complete don. All right, let's talk about the tier shifts now. So there have been some tier shifts, ladies and gentlemen. Let me zoom this in first off because we want to look at the.
I have something to say about this. I think it's insane that a grass type Pokemon with access to knockoff and U-turn is able to drop down to UU. Like, that's crazy.
What
like,
I'm with you.
To UU?
Why is Meowscarada down to UU? Who is not using this Pokemon?
Sorry.
Oh, you talking about Rillaboom?
No, I'm kidding. Rillaboom is shit.
Rillaboom bin ass. Rillaboom has bin ass. Rillaboom is one of the greatest, one of the most punished by the bird revolution. Corviknight now coming back into top 10 always. Moltres only gets better every month. Zapdos is never going anywhere. You can't win, bro.
Meow drop is pretty crazy because I feel like I still see it on ladder like every time I play.
Dude,
like,
I feel like it's
so common.
And I also feel like every time I play it, I'm like, damn it, it's gonna knock everything. It's gonna have triple axle.
Speed my sweeper. It's gonna axle me. It's gonna flower trick.
Nobody wants to take a knockoff in general. I mean, and triple axle is one of the best moves you can have off Protean. So I don't know. I'm also pretty surprised. I feel like while this thing doesn't fit on every team, it definitely wasn't some. I thought it was like a good role player, like a Weavile type mon, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah,
just mad fast, and it gets strong with Protean. Like, that shit is not hidden weak.
Yeah, those U-turns, that shit is chunking you.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You're going Gambit on knock, taking like 25. You're taking rocks, then you get U-turn out.
Yeah, rocks plus knock is automatically 25. Now it's like, okay, great, you get the U-turn. While even though it's frail, Grass Dark is good defensive typing. You can switch into a water type move. You can switch into Shadow Ball. We all done it. You can switch into Gambit one time. Like, you know.
To Ogre one time too.
Oh yeah. That's another big thing. I mean, now it's really tough because they all run U-turn. But you're right. You can switch in one time. Works out. I mean, this thing can even live Tusk, defensive Ice Spinner and stuff. It's not like so frail, even though it's like fast. You know, 76, 70, 70 is the defensive stat. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, dude. Overall, I'm pretty shocked that this Pokemon is no longer OU. I guess I would
not or fell off badly.
What'd you say?
I guess that's what it is. On Scarf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you would just have to use Scarf on this because otherwise people are just gonna be like, okay, let me just use Weavile.
Exactly. Boots lost its shine. Weavile does what Boots does, just better right now. Flower Trick was good before, but it's not really helping. And you can see even on this Scarf one, I don't even have Triple Axle because needed Trick. Which it really depends on the team. I think Triple Axle is arguably its best move, so it's pretty tough to get rid of it. But I would sooner get rid of one of the stabs on a lot of teams than I would
honestly,
Triple Axle.
I could see it having a better niche now that Roaring Moon is gone. Because I feel like another reason why it was forced to run Scarf is because of Roaring Moon.
True,
you know?
it did check non-Terra Fairy moons. Which, actually, it checked all moons. You just trick the moon.
You trick it, yeah.
Like, you can explore like a spike set or like a 4 attacks low kick set or like something crazy like that. You know, like I feel like there's potential here.
Yeah, you're right. People always just ran Scarf, which is solid, but yeah.
Remember the Hellon team with Meow?
Yeah. The Skarm, Ursaluna, Meow.
Oh, let me pull that. I think I might have that team. I think that's a pretty good team. I feel like I have it in my. Oh, I definitely don't have it. Let me go find it from the forums real quick. Give me a second. All right, we brought the team up here. I actually used this before, in like on stream or something. This is a really good team in my opinion, as far as balanced teams go. But it was only really used a couple of times when it came out. But yeah, Spikes, Knockoff, U-turn, Triple Axle. We saw this team brought versus Stall. It was complete 6-0. Meowscarada has always been famous for destroying Stall because they go to Aloma Mola to take the knockoff, and then you get up all the hazards. This one actually lacks Flower Trick, which again is fine. Given the rest of the team, it doesn't really need that. Bulky Waters aren't a threat to this team. But yeah, I mean, the support options are great. You have Knockoff, you have U-turn. Spikes are never going to be bad, especially on a Pokemon that's already knocking off everything. It's like offensive dry score style, you know? Triple Axle's
Ogre doing this now.
You literally see Ogre doing this now. We see Ogre running Ivy Cudgel, Spike, U-turn, Power Whip. Like, like they're all trying to do that
Shit,
Ash
yeah.
Greninja. Never forget who invented this. Greninja. Never forget that. Never forget who invented this. I can't believe that thing was able to do that cheapness. This is the best one.
It was one speed faster than Greninja. How times have changed, man.
Literally. Yeah, you're right. 379. But yeah, even with 110 base attack, this guy gets the job done more often than not. So I'll probably... You're right. I'll probably have to experiment with this Pokemon again. Now that
Moon's gone.
Moon's gone. You're right, because it was so easy to just say, okay, let's do Scarf. No need for Boots, because Weavile is just better on average. All right, let's talk about that one guy. That one guy, we predicted his downfall.
No, bro. You didn't deserve this, man.
Dude, this was one of our favorites. We're some scrubs. We used to love going to Rillaboom, clicking U-turn, and bringing out the sweeper. We used to love this shit.
Oh, what is it, Rock?
2023? This is every team me and Lax used to use in 2023. This is literally every team me and Lax would use in 2023. I'm telling you right now.
Dude, Nasty Plot, Darkrai, Leftovers, and Rillaboom Terrain, that's just unkillable.
This is all we would use, dude. I swear to God, bro.
I used this team a few times,
Dude, you have faced variations of this so many times. This is what I spammed in OST 2024 too, but like Ogerpon on it and stuff like that. Dude, Rilla used to be so beastly.
It's because it was before Ogerpons used U-turn too, so you could actually switch this in without taking...
This guy used to have such a good defensive role. Now Ogre clicks U-turn for 60 and you die. And there's nothing you can do. Oh man, I miss this guy clicking Banded Grassy Glide. They took it from us. I mean, it's just metagame advancement, which is really interesting.
So many grassy.
Dude, look how old all these. Dude, yeah, look at all these shithead terrains I have. This guy's the goat of.
Holy fuck.
This guy's the goat of being on. Look at these styles, bro. This guy's you know who he is? The enabler. He makes all that bullshit go crazy. It's cheap as fuck.
But yeah, he is the OG Life Orb Zamazenta too.
Yes, yeah. Man, I really do miss running Banded back in the day. With just Terra Grass. You were able to really clean up a lot of stuff, even in a bird spammed meta. But as time goes on and we get towards, like, I guess more bulkier stuff, and even when you get to more offensive stuff, Rilla doesn't fit either role now. Yeah. So it's really hard to justify it.
Because there's so much shit like D-Knight, Petron, Pull, Bull.
Yeah, Petron is so bad for this thing to deal with. Like, even if you were Swords Dance, you can still lose to Petch because it's faster. So it's like, what could you do? I've actually seen Swords Dance more than I've seen Banded in like the 5 Rillabooms I've seen in like the last few months. I've seen Terrafire SD and Terra Dark knockoff SD, which are honestly not bad sets.
That's probably the best set it can run.
It's still hard to defend something like that because you have to run Terra for it to be even useful. I did see we saw what's it called in that one Zav game where he had the Rilla X Grassy Glide Ogre. Let me find that. All right, so here we have a replay. This is from Official Smogon Tour, round 2 or 3. Shouts to Zav GB, great player and builder. You can see this is an offensive team. Rilla X Ogre, which is a combination, you know, it's always been around. But this was cool. This is like the only Rilla game that I can remember that was like semi-recently. What is the date? February 16th on this. Godly mystical fire play. Yeah. Ponage. Alright, watch this. So Rillaboom comes in. I think it just clicks. He probably clicked Grass Move. That shit was free.
Oh wait, Grass Move, yeah, his resist is Cure.
Knocks off the thing, switches out to Lando. Okay, Ogerpon comes in, and you can see Rilla support with the grassy terrain. Look what this goes for here. Dude, this damage was so beyond me, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. I know it's terrain boosted, and I know that the thing already used its defense, but Grassy Glide is not a strong move.
94.
That's what I'm saying, G. This guy's crazy. Who allowed him to be this strong, bro? Who gassed him up? This is crazy, right?
I thought I was gonna do like 70.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This thing is no joke. This thing is no joke. So that was just something cool. He also had Life Orb Rilla, so probably just double SD for the ultimate breaking possible. But yeah, that was just something cool I saw that I remember, and I was like, yeah, that's a dope way to use Rilla. So I wanted to show it off, but. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. I showed those teams off. It's Rillaboom has certainly seen better days, and it's probably going to be a while till it comes back. I will say, like, the Roaring Moon elimination might help, but I mean, in a Dragon spammed meta, and Dragonite never gets bad, ever. Dragonite only wins everything. Every metagame shift, Dragonite is a winner.
Goes up.
Right, so it's just like, even like fringe support mons like Tinkaton wall all your moves and troll you. You know what I mean? This thing just got really tough to to get any consistent work with.
How much does Glide do to Ting Lu, bro?
Half.
That shit doing. Like, I'm surprised that it does half. I was about to say, like, I feel like if you have Rilla in versus Ting Lu, you don't even want to wood.
Bro, you literally don't. I remember I had one of the most annoying turns I ever had is when I U-turned it with banded Rilla and it did like 36. And I'm like, what is the point of this, bro? I was like, bro. And then I took a helmet. I'm like, I lost this trade, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if they just switch, like, do you really want to get locked into a Woodhammer into Zap coming in?
That's another thing. You click Woodhammer and kill the Bond. Here comes Dragonite. GG, bud. Good thing you Woodhammered. Also, Corv's now top 10, so what are you gonna do? You know? Well, top 10 in my heart. I don't know what the usage is. We'll go to that soon. Blissey went down to UU, which is pretty surprising. I guess that means Stall is on the fall.
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense. This is a mandated Pokemon on Stall. So
yeah, it's on every Stall, and Stall's been used like a decent amount in SPL and ladder. So I'm really confused by this. I'm also really shocked.
Yeah, it must just be like some very close thing. Let's look at the rises. Tinkaton and Weavile. I'm not gonna hold you, gang. I thought both of these were OU already. Were they BL? UUBL?
No, they were UU.
Are you serious? Okay.
Tinkaton was on like every team in UU.
Okay. I saw people saying that because Tinkaton is getting banned, Low Kicks is gonna turn into the LeBron James of UU and just kill everything.
It already is, bro. They use SD. Oh, you know what they use? They use SD Protect. So you can't.
So for other Low Kicks, nah, they're nasty.
Yeah.
Nah, that's some dystopian shit when the best mod has to run some bullshit to counter itself. We need to fix that. Something's wrong, bro. I know that's not right. Imagine 2 Roaring Moons pulled up and they started protecting. I just know that ain't right. That is not right, bro. Weavile, though, I would have... If you asked me, I would have always thought it was OU. I think this thing is fantastic, so it surprises me. Yeah. What else is on here? UU to RU, Mew. Me and 3D were talking about that. I predict that thing to get banned pretty quickly. It was in RU for a short while, and this is the set it would run. You seeing this? Hold on. Let me, you see? Okay. Nasty Plot, this. Bro, this is broken.
Yeah, Mew with Terra? Ooh, that shit got every
It only has to go Fairy, bro. It only has to go Fairy. The flip is too cheap, because you're a Psychic type.
Draining Kiss get the boost?
Yes.
Like,
wait, no, it doesn't. Right? It doesn't, right?
It goes to 60. It goes to 60.
See, this is cheap. This is cheap.
Yeah, no, this
is like the most used set for Mew in the draft. Because I always run like Fair Draining Kiss. That shit is good everywhere.
It's really hard to beat. Because even just look at this team. Once it clicks Nasty Plot, if you can't Thunderwave it, you lost. Walls everybody with Fairy. Walls everybody.
I've used Nasty Plot Mew and OU with Fairy Draining Kiss. It's pretty good there too. It can do everything.
No, I believe you too. Because like 100, right? Defenses, they get the job done.
Solid defense.
And then once you flip away the bug and the dark weakness, it's like, bro, you just cheated. Like, now what? And then Psynoise will never, ever be a bad move. That's one of the greatest moves ever invented. So.
Oh, this shit is just fast hat.
Except it's literally fast. This is like Alakazam. This is going, bro. I'm telling you. It's going to be banned quick. Yeah. I don't think this shit's ever balanced. But I will be using it because Nasty Plot Mew is always fun to use. No matter the generation, that's like a fun Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know. Melodic is now in PU. Shout out to that one team. Shout out to that one team, though.
You're telling me my usage of it, SPL didn't bring it up.
That's true. Lex did win with Melodic and OU. He's the one. He's the one. And it had some weird move on it, too. Let's see.
Dragon Tail.
Yeah. Dragon Tail. That's a weird move.
Right. Oh, yeah.
The rest of these, I don't know. Registeel, I don't know why he's going down. He should be OU for how cheap he is in every... I ain't never seen one of my teammates play against a Registeel and gone, phew, thank God he's only playing a Registeel. I'm always like, God damn it, we can't kill that shit. Alright, and then finally, let's talk about the OU usage.
Where's Corvette? I need a fact check.
Bro, why is Corv only number 17? He needs to be top 10.
Hold on. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's the best Corv's ever done. And we're big Corv believers too, so I know we're pleased with this.
Why is score, dude? Even people that know score is broken don't want to use it. Look at him.
Look at 18, score below. Bro. Wait, that's actually crazy to see Corv at. I mean, Gliscor at 18.
Yeah,
he's just boring to use for a lot of people. It makes sense. Yeah. Like, even if he's breaking, people don't want to use him.
Nah, you're literally right. That shit is boring. Well, let me. You know what I'm curious about? How did Moon get to top 4? When Moon got banned before, was it top 4 or top 3? Do you know?
I don't think so.
I feel like this guy never got no top 4 placement, which is pretty surprising. I always thought D-Knight and them were easier.
If we were to revise our VR slightly, I think Moon would have been S+ or S tier before it got banned, because I think it really became that role of like it's just easy to sweep. It's just that guy now.
I think it took over
takes
no skill. It literally takes no skill to win with. Yeah.
People used to complain like Gambit would just tear and win, but now
this is that guy. This is that guy. Well, Gambit had a period like that, but this guy is really that guy now.
Of the new one, yeah.
Just and it can be exactly the one you think. Like if they bring it in on your core, you're like, oh my god, it's Ghost. I already know it's Ghost, and then it actually clicks Ghost, and you still lose regardless, right? So it's like perfect. It's stupid.
Yeah, no, it's stupid, bro. I had a game, or I was preparing a team for SPL game, and I was like, yo, if he has Fairy Moon, I just gotta accept. Like I gotta do some bullshit around it.
You gotta accept it, right? Yeah. Literally.
And he actually was. Then I was like, oh my god. I went D-Knight to detail it, and I was like,
turn Terra Fairy on that.
Dude, that's the worst one, because D-Knight has multi-skill. I should be rewarded for not sending out my D-Knight prematurely. I should be rewarded for keeping multi-skill safe for this reason, and you're telling me that's a fairy type now. No, bro. No.
Alright.
Defensive gold was a good check to fairy and Ghost Moon, since it would just Terra Fairy itself. But even Terra Ground would blow that thing up, and you get +2 on it. So again, the Terra button was too cracked on Moon. This was a mon that got broken because of Terra. Some mons are just broken straight up.
Yeah.
Val, Zama, not surprised by those two being up there. I thought Zama would be higher than Val. I mean, they're like the same thing, but I feel like I see more Zamas, but Val's not going anywhere. That shit's still.
I think it's honestly crazy that Tusk is on 1/3 of teams, but it makes a lot of sense because people
that's been
don't
the
want
case
to play
for
with
months,
Hazard,
dude.
Yeah, people don't want to play with Hazard. It makes sense, even though I don't think Tusk is as good right now, like because of Rowan Moon. Rowan Moon sets were like made to counter Tusk somehow.
Dude, this guy's always gonna be good though. It's like look at everybody else on the list. It beats all these guys except Ogre and Val. So it's like, it's just you only have to run one set with Tusk, bro. Headlong Ice Spinner. All these other guys have variation. This guy needs no variation.
Yeah, that's
his
true,
set's OP no matter what, unless you have a Corv. And then if you're knocked, well, not to mention Sun Tusk. We saw Eject Pack before. We saw Booster Attack in SPL a couple times, and that 2-hit KOs Corv easily. That's really annoying.
Yeah, it makes sense. People hate playing with Heads Up. Put Tusk on every team. Makes sense.
Yeah, you get the initial switch into Gambit if people bring it in early to check your Ghost type, and then you do the helmet chip, and they're like, damn it.
Not my Psycho Cut Gambit.
Not your Psycho Cut Gambit. Your Grass Knot Gambit, actually.
Yeah, actually, that probably does more than Psycho Cut.
What you say, Duty?
I was gonna say, the way to play around Tusk a lot of times is switching into your gold and hope they don't Ice Spinner on the Rillaboom.
Yeah. I'm trying to think,
truth,
like,
Emperor Flare. Headlong on the switching, and then you blast it up.
Tusk is so annoying. Like, this team Fairy Dragon, I brought that shit to tournament. Bro, this shit is Air Balloon Dragapult, because Headlong Rush is too free into this bitch. I was like, I mean, if he Ice Spinner, it's GG, but yeah, it's Air. Dude, Tusk is too free into this bitch. Like, Rotom has a niche in general because it's able to check Tusk. And then I would honestly attribute Tusk to a big reason in Corv's rise.
Corv 100%,
right?
Yeah.
Moltres is also the GOAT.
100% counters.
Checking the shit out of it. Except for knockoff versions, but even then they risk the burn. And sometimes people do some shit where they knock off the Moltres and take the Flamethrower, which can be a good trade if Moltres is a big threat, but then it's also good for the Moltres guy because they got half off on the Tusk, so it's not like the worst. It's not the worst trade ever. Clef is also a really solid one into Tusk.
I think the big thing with Zama is that this shit is literally #1 in SPL or like all these other tours because people are so scared of like D-Knight, Gambit, that type of shit. But on ladder, I guess people are using more honest teams.
Zama has like 40% usage in tournament. Let me find that.
That top 6 is literally a team.
I pulled this up. Yeah, the top 6 is literally a team. But Tusk seems to have still massive superiority over the rest. 4% more used than Zama, even in tournament. But you can see how things kind of change. King Gambit is 9th in tournament right now, which should really be a testament to how much easier it is to win with other Pokemon. Which is funny because what's easier than King Gambit? Clearly a lot of other Pokemon right now. Roaring Moon, Ogre, even Gliscor. Gliscor, I pull up, I SD, I protect, I come back, I'll do it 7 times in one battle. Like, it really doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
These 3 douchebags being top 3 makes me mad, though.
Lou? Oh, I hate seeing King Lou's face, bro. That shit.
Lou has to be S, bro. It has to be S.
That's OP.
Like, this guy just does too much.
Nah, Petch top 10 above these. Valiant is making me mad. But Clef above Slow King G in tournament because people know Clef is shiced, bro. Moonblast, knockoff, rocks, T-Wave. We getting everything out of here.
Too, yeah.
Where's Cinderace at? Cause I see that shit number 20. That shit came through.
Oh my god,
man, you know Cinderace is only for us 3D. You know that the common man is not winning with that. But unfortunately, when Cinderace runs into the Alomomola Moltres X Impish Gliscor combo, I simply take off my hat and realize it's done. I'm fucked. Garg has a pretty low usage too, but that shit's still broken. I don't care.
Biggest difference is definitely the Gliscor. What 6 in SPL, 18?
Yeah, he's 18.
On,
yeah,
18 on ladder. Like, that's crazy.
That is nuts. Also, Iron Mon is 13th on usage, and Iron Moth is 30th in tournament. Tournament players have finally understood that praying for a 50% is fucking stupid. And also, this shit is just checked. Tinglu, D-Knight, Moon, every team makes it, and Gliscor make it a lot harder. But yeah.
Even with shit like Ebon Valiant that's coming up, like, or CM Psyshock, like, it's hard to...
Nah, even people are done with that Val shit. Now they only want to run Encore Debond. All that Calm Mind shit is out the window. People are just taking their guaranteed kill and running now.
They're using all 3 moves, where they're using Taunt, Encore Debond.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, why you need a support? Go run Misdreavus if you want all that mean look perish song shit. Stop putting it on Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant was made to Encore 3 attack. When you put Debond and Taunt on it, too much greed. Stop all that shit.
What is SPL's Raquanid use? That's what I want to know.
What'd you say?
What's the Raquanid use in SPL?
Oh, dude, I feel like it's 45.
Oh, okay, that's so
46.
That's so low. Only 12 uses. I felt like what's been used like every game.
It won half the games it was in. Honestly, it's not bad for Web. It's good gamble, baby. Let's Rotom Wash 60%. This guy's actually annoying. Destroys fat teams. Destroys them. They can't do shit.
Yeah, Pink Split is cheap.
Yeah, Scarf is also really nice. I brought Scarf to a tournament before. That shit did his job. Got the trick off.
Damn, Meow's low on it.
Meow being this low with the only 3 out of 9 win rate is really sad. I would have fixed that. Keldeo? Look at Keldeo's win rate though. Some light. 5 out of 7.
Pretty good.
Wait, look at Grass Pond.
Grass Pond.
No, this guy is 5 out of 5.
Wait.
What?
This guy Serpus balls. That's not real. Nah, Serp might be him.
No, Serp.
Yo, look at this. This shit is always cheap into offense and mid-range. But this is nuts. 14 out of 19? I'm not surprised, honestly, that it has a positive win rate, but 14 is disgusting.
The highest win rate of like 15 or more games.
You can see Scizor's is very high because it smashes Moon. You can see Weezing similarly is able to take on non-EQ Moons that matter. Scizor is just good in general. Checks all dragons except for Raging Bolt. So
yeah,
it's always going to be good.
Iron Crown dog shit ass is 33%.
Crown fell the fuck off. 6 out of 18 is crazy, bro.
Let's calm down.
That's Lax's boy. That's Lax's boy. I forgot that. I know that Garganical Samurai team. You'll never forget. I understand.
I could have saved him.
You could have saved him. So why didn't you save him? Whoa, yo, maybe you were right, Lex. Yo, maybe you were right about Bolt. Look at this.
Yo, I didn't even know. What?
This is really bad, bro.
Yeah, that's actually terrible. Wait, Aloe is low too. What? Actually, no, it's not that bad.
Aloe, I kinda understand. A lot of ogre spamming and stuff, but this is crazy. How do you not get the kill? How do you not? It's because Lou is on every team.
Yeah.
But if you don't play Lou, you should always get 1 kill.
Lou and Roaring just beat it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Roaring always forces it out. Garg 56. Weavile, look at Weavile.
Max defense Raging Bull I pulled up.
Look at Weavile. This shit is too consistent, bro. Way too consistent.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is hella good.
Not go wrong with Weavile. That shit has boots, bro. Like
you literally can't go wrong. Just run SD3 boots or what's it called? Low kick for attack. We even seen Bandit a few times in this tournament itself, and that's also done well. It's just a little bit greedier.
On those teams with like Hat and Tusk, like they're
yes, bro, dude, and it's so satisfying when you can lead into Ogre and Oko it and stuff like that, and then the opponent just instantly folds because they're like, oh my god, I'm cooked now, you know?
Yeah.
I've always liked that a lot. I'll also take the trade into any Zapdos any day just to Oko it because that thing is just awful. And then knockoff is great. Bandit Axle, if you hit, is quite literally broken. The GOAT at 68% win rate with this high of a usage, you know what I'm saying? We've been Team Corp since Gen 8, bro. This guy's the GOAT. This guy's literally the GOAT. So I'm pleased.
The highest, like the top 15.
Yeah, I think the other one was Prim, but Prim is quite low compared to that one.
Weezing,
I was impressed with Weezing's 2/3 win rate. Where was it? Did I pass it? 32.
Yeah, it's next to Scizor.
Yeah, doesn't Scizor 14 for 21 is very good.
Yeah,
It's very good.
I've seen teams with both of these best.
And then all of this is pretty negligible. Glass score 59%, but yeah, no shit, it's broken.
It used to be a lot higher, I'm pretty sure.
But my goat at 68 makes me very pleased. Like, sky's the one. Sky's the one. But yeah, I think we touched upon basically everything. With
Yo,
the
look at
top
my boy
10.
Crown though. He's skirting the line, bro.
Let's go look at
look
the
37.
Oh shit!
37. Yo, Crown's gone, Lex.
Look at him with this.
Yo,
Nah,
Lex,
he's
you
still
better,
there, he's still
Lex,
there.
you better say some kind words. That boy is gone.
He's hanging on, man.
That boy is gone next month, buddy.
I'm surprised Wake is that low, bro. 36.
Yeah, what the
I feel like
people,
there's a
people
lot
must
of
hate
sun,
Sun.
right?
People must hate Sun. I mean, dude, it's tough. So look at the top 10. It's like two faster
yeah.
dragons. Not fast. Dragon's not faster, obviously, but it sets up
King
on
Lu
it.
too. Yeah.
Ogre is a stronger water type. Pult at 12th is not like that surprising. It's still one of the best with Boots, Wisp, and we still see specs a lot. Kyurem still has a pretty high usage too. If you told me Kyurem was used more than Darkrai, I guess I'd believe you actually.
Yeah.
But I didn't think Darkrai was used less than Ace.
Yeah, if you told me Sind was used
ladder
more than
low.
Yeah, why is
like
Sin being used
Cinderace.
more than Rye? It's kind of
That's
crazy to me. Glim will
Alright.
forever be a number 30 role player in OU. He ain't going nowhere.
Iron Crown will be making a comeback this World Cup. Watch out for
Alright,
that.
Lex
Watch
will
out for
now that Roaring Moon is one of its best counters. So now that Roaring Moon's
Yeah,
gone,
that's a fact.
it's time for you to tap in and bring back the GOAT.
that. And do 20% to Tiglu. What the hell?
Dude, literally 20%. They're just gonna go to gold, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck, why did I use this?" Now we're bringing back Iron Crown X Samu, the cheapest, most skillless core. Both those guys lose to Moon. Now they're back. It's time.
That's a
Yo,
fact.
there's definitely some type of Iron Crown Volt Turn shit you can make again with Moon's ban. That because those structures get auto swept by Moon, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So there'll definitely be something, but that's about that, guys. I think we talked about the majority of this. Hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like. Please do check out Lex and 3D's channel. Let us know in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with, what changes you want to see in the metagame. And we'll be back for the next one. Thank you. Peace.